Hi, my name's Joanne. I'm 54. I was born in Rusholme, just around the corner actually, but I've been here licensee for 17 years. I took over in 2002, December 2002, and I've grew up around here. It's changed over the years, lots and lots.
So did you go to school in
Yeah,
Rusholme?
I went to school in St Edwards. It's not there anymore. St Edwards in Rusholme.
On YouTube.
On Yew Tree Road, yeah. I went there, St Edwards, and then after that to the upper school to St Joseph's in Landlady.
And how did your career or your kind of working life or home life progress, and then you kind of came to work, manage here?
Well, like I said, I grew up around here, and I used to drink in here with my partner, my then partner, and it just came up for lease. I was always managing pubs in other areas and stuff like that, and so this came up for lease, and I'd become here as a tenant in 2002. So instead of managing.
Before we talk about here and Russia, talk about you growing up in this area, and actually particularly Walmer Road, the Curry Mile as it's now called, or what it was like, what the shops were, who the people were that went there.
Yeah. Well, as I was growing up, it was very easy going. Everybody's doors was open. There was kids all over the street all the time. There was kids in the street playing normal stuff in the streets, Kirby and stuff like that. As the years have progressed, it's changed. I mean, all the shops, there was lots of lovely shops, like normal little fabric shops, things like that. The corner shop there was like a spa. There was only the odd curry house. Lots of greengrocers, things like that. Everybody knew everybody. Everybody was in and out of everybody's houses. Even the alleyways, you'd go out the back door into the street behind into your neighbour's house for a cup of tea, that's what it generally was like. It's not like that anymore. You can't even leave your door open now. But all the shops was lovely. There was lots and lots of shops, and they seem to be all closing now, and it seems to be the same sort of thing that's taking over. There was probably, I can't remember the name of the first curry house, but it was quite popular when it first opened. But like I said, eventually all the shops closed down. There's little tinsel shops, shoe shops, bakeries, things like that, all along the road. Just packed with people all the time, like everyday people talking to each other. And like I said, the kids was everywhere, all over the streets. There was just noise every day with kids all over, me included, obviously. So when I was growing up, it was in the 70s. I was born in 66. My mum and dad used to shop up and down here all along the road. There was lots of little shops, shoe shops, fabric shops, greengrocers, everything. Everybody used to speak to each other. This was in the 70s. In the late 70s, I would probably be about 13. My mum used to be a cleaner in here, in this pub. So after school, because in them days the pub used to close, they used to close between 3 and 5, and my mum used to clean in the morning and then come back between 3 and 5, so I used to come with her. But all the road would be packed of shoppers just speaking to each other, and all the kids would be out playing. There'd be lots of kids about all the time. We used to come back here, and then there used to be another shop along the road called James and Peter's hairdressers. My mum also cleaned in there when she finished here. But in general, there was lots of people were more community aware than what they are today. People don't really speak to each other as much now today as they used to do.
What was the cultural mix at that point?
There was a lot of Irish people around this area. When I was growing up in the 70s, there was lots of big Irish community actually. There wasn't so many Muslims, or obviously there was a few, but not so many. But it was mainly Irish and English community in the 70s when I was growing up. So I took over the Albert in December 2002, and City were at home then, the Maine Rd, and it was fabulous. I could close all week and just open on a match day now if they were still here for the money that you would take. There was loads of shops and pubs all around. Unfortunately, when City moved, the year so it would have been 2003 when they moved. Lots of little shops closed. lots of all the other pubs closed, and obviously my takings went down as well. But yeah, it's city moving, as I think it's ruined the area, to be honest. Like I said, lots of little businesses have gone out of business from them, so it's not very good for them.
And how, because you're pretty much the last pub standing, aren't you, in
Yeah.
Rusholme, so how have you managed to stay open? And
Well, I've managed to stay open, really. A good money juggler, or sometimes, pardon the pun, robbing Peter to pay Paul. But you sort of fluctuate up and down, and you realise which is the important bill to pay first, and then that one can wait. And you do manage. I just basically pay bills, really. It's not lots of money in pubs anymore, well, especially not around here. But yeah, it's total different from when City were here. When City were at home, up the road, it's gone right down. Like I said, lots of businesses closed. I could close all week and just open on a match day for the money that we took on match days. It was really, really busy. On match days now, we've still got quite a lot of clientele which are City fans, and they organise coaches to come here and pick them up and take them there, or they'll meet here and go elsewhere with the coaches for the matches. They're still quite loyal to the City, obviously. And the clientele now, obviously, I've been here 17 years, and as the years go on, obviously people die and stuff. But then you've got the younger generation that are coming up, and like your new locals, or your new pool team, or your new darts team. Like, for instance, when a few of the pubs closed down when City moved, I got their darts players in for me to have their darts teams. So it's just the younger generation just keep coming up and up and up, and then they become the locals that are in most nights and stuff like that, or most weekends. There's a great bunch of people in here. Yeah, some right characters in here, definitely.
so as a business, have you had to change what you sell, the beers you sell, for the younger generation? They've got different tastes in beer or crisps or whatever it is.
The younger generation, years ago I used to sell hand-pulled bitter, Hyde's bitter, and obviously I've stopped selling that slowly but surely over the years, because it's the older generation that drink them, and unfortunately a lot of my old customers are dying, so I've had to stop selling that, because the young customers don't like things like that. They like the hip drinks, like the Copperbergs and stuff like that.
Draft lager.
Yeah, draft lagers and stuff, yeah.
Okay, and actually I noticed around the pub a load of trophies, so they're darts trophies.
Well, these on this side is the pool trophies, and on the other side is the darts trophies. They're both very good. Well, I've got 2 pool teams and 2 darts teams. They're both very good. They're always in the top 3 or winning the league. So they're very
and how does that league work? Is that South Manchester or something?
Well, one's called Chiltern District League, and the other one that they play in Gorton, and we've just made the area catchment. We've just made that to nip into that. That's with the pool, and the darts. That's the Chiltern and League thing as well. We play mainly the same pubs, but in different, darts. One's darts, one's pool, obviously. So.
Okay, interesting. And let's talk about your future, kind of the next 5-10 years. How you see the pub progressing, and Rusholme, and your own kind of ambitions, without giving away your.
Well, my ambitions are nothing to do with it. I don't know. The pub seems to be still doing quite well. I mean, as everybody knows, when you're just paying your bills, you're doing okay. When you're not struggling to pay your bills, you're doing okay. So I'm still paying bills, and I'm doing quite well. The pub's doing quite good. We've got quite a good clientele here. We are getting some students in the odd time, which is good, the more younger generation. And hopefully I will be here in 5 to 10 years.
And how about Wilmslow Road? How do you, just from being in the pub and kind of your perception of what goes on that street, how do you see that progressing? Because it's now very different from, very different from
it's very different. Well, when all the shops were there, obviously I was a young girl, I didn't notice anything with business-wise. But since being in here, I've seen the curry mile be at its best in the curry mile, and I used to get lots and lots of trade off that. People used to come and meet here from companies and stuff like that, and then they'd go out for the company meals to the curry houses. So I used to get quite a lot of business from that. Obviously, that's gone down, and all these shisha bars have opened. They don't seem to bother me. They're very noisy in the night time because I actually live above the pub, but they're actually very, very noisy because they're open till 4 and 5 in the morning. But I don't get clientele from them because most of them are Muslims and they don't drink. But other than that, they don't seem to be doing anybody any harm. They're doing their own thing. But it's totally changed. It's not given me any business. So the no smoking ban did affect things quite a lot, and I think it actually still does because you find a lot of people stay indoors on a Friday and Saturday night, or they go down to their friend's house on a Friday and Saturday night because they can smoke or drink. The drinks are cheaper from the supermarkets and they can smoke all night. It's not too bad in summertime, but I think people get used to staying in then and having cheaper things and being able to do what they want to do. I think that's all I've covered.
Yeah.
I don't know about anything else.
Okay. That's really
anything
good.
Else?
No, I think that's really good. I think.